Here we go with the Metro Motor Group tail of the tape in the super middleweight division. Angel Camacho, 12-0 with 4 knockouts, weighing 160 pounds from Providence, Rhode Island. His opponent, Paul Gonsalves, 7-4-1 with 3 knockouts, weighing 168 pounds from Hyannis, Massachusetts. Now to the center of the ring for the official introductions with Adam Palazzo.
This is the Metro Motor Group co-feature bout of the evening. This fight is scheduled for 6 rounds in the super middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 168 pounds, with a professional record of 7 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Hyannis, Massachusetts, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Gonsalves. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 166 pounds, with a professional record of 12 wins, 0 losses, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Providence, Rhode Island, ladies and gentlemen, Angel Camacho Jr.
Paul, Angel, you received your instructions in the dressing room. I want you to protect yourself at all times, but above all, obey my commands at all times. First command is right now. Touch gloves when the bell rings, come out box.
Here we go with the co-feature for tonight's boxing match here at Twin River Casino in Lincoln, Rhode Island. I'm Pat Sullivan, my broadcast partner tonight, Scott Sweet Dreams Ream, courtesy of CES Boxing and Jimmy Birchfield's Classic Entertainment and Sports. Coming out of the red corner, Angel Camacho, a perfect 12-0 with the white and blue trunks. Coming out of the blue corner, Paul Gonsalves, 7-4-1. He fought just last Thursday. He's coming out of the blue corner wearing blue trunks as well. What you have here, Scott, is a matchup between a very active fighter in Paul Gonsalves and a very inactive fighter in Angel Camacho, who has
big right hand by Gonsalves,
who has not fought since December of 2011, and before that he hadn't fought since 2008. So Camacho now on the comeback trail, but taking a very slow route to do that. And here we have his first fight back here at CES against a very tough and sturdy Paul Gonsalves.
Well, Paul just fought, like you said, last Thursday, and before that he was ESPN, I believe, main event less than a month ago, right, down in New York.
He fought Mike Lee on ESPN, the opening bout, and he lost a majority decision, but a very tough fight Paul Gonsalves put on national television, opened up a lot of eyes. He then went and fought last Thursday against Sergio Cabrera and had a draw, a fighter who went in with no wins on his record, and Paul immediately called CES after that fight, or he talked to the matchmaker and said, you know what, I'm going to get more out of a fight fighting a guy who's 12-0 than a guy who's 0-3. And now you see him here trading blows with undefeated Angel Camacho. To put things in perspective, Camacho only 1 fight since 2008. In that time span, Paul Gonsalves has fought 44 rounds in all of his 12 pro fights since 2009. A very active fighter is Paul Gonsalves.
Camacho does look a little tentative coming in. Paul definitely the aggressor.
A 6-round bout here, Scott. Camacho, last knockout win was in 2007 for Paul Gonsalves. His last knockout win was in 2009. So both fighters going a long span without a knockout. .33 seconds to go here in round number 1 of a scheduled 6. Angel Camacho from Providence, Rhode Island. Paul Gonsalves from Hyannis, Mass. Right down the street from you, Scott, down on the Cape.
Yeah, he has a gym up the street. I've yet to drop in and see him, although we've talked about hooking up.
Gym you're referring to, 413 Boxing Studio in Sandwich, Mass. He owns that with his wife, Shauna, and fellow CES heavyweight Jesse Barboza. End of round number 1 of a scheduled 6. Let's head into the corner here with Paul Gonsalves.
Move to the right. Told you to move to the right, you're going to the left. Not a bad agree. Go back up. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Combination. After you land the hook, throw the right hand. Okay? Look for the right hand. Some Vaseline. 3 more water. How you feeling? Relax. Shoot him in the chest with a jab from the right side on the right side. Okay?
Here we go with round number 2 of a scheduled 6. Both fighters in the blue trunks. Camacho with the red tape on his gloves. Gonsalves with the blue. Again, Camacho 12-0, his first fight since 2011 and his second fight since 2008. Gonsalves 7-4-1 with 3 knockouts from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Paul Gonsalves is 0-1-1 in his last 2 bouts, but before that he won 3 in a row and 5 of 6. Tough decision loss he had on ESPN, as we mentioned, to Mike Lee. A very good fight and showing on national television for Paul Gonsalves. Now trying to get the fans back on his side and get another run here in boxing and collect his 8th win as a professional against undefeated Angel Camacho.
Camacho just did a really nice stiff right hand to the body.
Under 2 minutes to go here in round number 2. A 6-round fight. Gonsalves used to 6-round fights. Camacho has only fought 6 rounds twice in his career, and the last one coming in 2008. We'll see how his endurance and how his stamina can last throughout 6 rounds in this fight if it does indeed go the distance. Minute 12 to go in round number 2. Both fighters still feeling themselves out here in the second round.
Nice left hook by Camacho, followed by a right cross. Nice overhand right by Camacho. He kind of measured that one too.
Gonsalves again fought last Thursday.
Camacho's starting to find his range now.
Took him about a round and a half, but you're right, Scott. I think he's finally starting to size up the distance between himself and his opponent, Paul Gonsalves. 23 seconds to go here in the second round. Final seconds here in round number 2. Angel Camacho.
There's a short left hook on the way in for Camacho. Gonsalves ties him up pretty well.
End of round number 2. We head into the break here between rounds 2 and 3. And Scott, something that you'll appreciate here as a fighter, Angel Camacho didn't mean to retire from boxing in his first stint in 2008. He had to take care of his family and work and get another job. And he said he laid up at night watching fights and couldn't not get back in there and fight himself. And Scott, what he said is, regardless win or lose, I'm going to write my own ending. And that's what he's going to do here tonight, is win or lose, he at least has a say in how his career is going to end.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. I can definitely respect that and understand it. So, you know, it's one of those things you have to tip your hat to it. I don't know if it ever comes out of your system. You know, I'm working with the guys down the gym myself, and every now and again you think maybe you got one more in you. People ask all the time, do you have any fight? I definitely have another fight left in me. Do I have another training camp in me? Probably not. I don't know. but I don't know if any fighter ever thinks they're 100% done.
And I'll tell you what, Scott, although you are a professional MMA fighter, you saying you may have another fight in you just got the attention of CES boxing matchmaker Michael Parenti, who may trade in the smaller gloves for some boxing gloves here. Round number 3 of a scheduled 6. Camacho trying to time up that
big right hand by Gonsalves. That was very well placed.
Undefeated Angel Camacho trying to apply the pressure here on Paul Gonsalves, looking for his 13th win.
Gonsalves went back to that straight right hand again and just missed. The first one he threw landed flush.
Gonsalves lands there with the overhand right. Comes off the ropes nicely. You hear Angel's corner yelling, hit him in the body.
That double jab cross from Gonsalves is starting to find range. That double jab, he's bringing his feet with him now. Before he was a little stationary with it.
Minute 40 to go here in round number 3. Camacho continues to come forward. Last time he had Gonsalves in the rope, he came back nicely with the right hand as Gonsalves reverses the angle, and referee Johnny Callis breaks up the action.
Nice combination by Gonsalves.
One minute to go here in round number 3. Camacho controlling the center of the ring, although Gonsalves seems pretty content on counter-punching and battling off the ropes here, Scott.
Yeah, it kind of looks like he's bringing him back, trying to bait him in, but Camacho seems to be landing, so...
Angel Camacho, 12-0. Paul Gonsalves, 7-4-1.
Camacho has the more active legs. He has a little more spring in his step.
Regardless of the outcome here, Scott, it's going to be a signature win for one of these two fighters. Camacho again applying the pressure, and Gonsalves does a great job of reversing angles. Didn't able to land that punch, but reversed it nicely.
Yes, he did.
And this, Scott, is where the experience for Paul Gonsalves could come into play. He's been very active in his career. He's fought a lot since 2009. Camacho only one time since 2008. And we'll see if that experience that Paul Gonsalves has can play a difference in this matchup.
Well, between that and the fact that I'm kind of curious to see if Camacho starts to feel a little more spring in his step. You saw at the end of that round where he started to get a little bounce, landed a nice stiff jab, and was able to angle off quickly. I'm wondering if Camacho now is starting to find a rhythm and is warmed up. He hasn't fought, like you said, since 2008. Maybe he's warmed up. Maybe now he's finally loose. And some fighters take a round or two before they start getting active and finding that bounce to their step.
Quiet corner there for Gonsalves. He's got some family members in there working on getting him ready for round number 4. Paul Gonsalves, Angel Camacho, round 4 of a scheduled 6. We're halfway through this bout.
Camacho's coming out a little more active. That was a nice flurry. He is more active right now. His upper body's moving, his feet are moving.
And then you see Camacho getting tied up by Gonsalves, but still going to the body. Gonsalves doing a good job of stopping Camacho's progress and pushing him back out of the ropes.
Well, it seems like Camacho's got a little more active. Like I said, a little more bounce in his step, a little more swagger to him. Nice stiff jab again. And that's Gonsalves' way of taking that away. If he can't do it with his hands, he's just going to clinch up a little bit.
Now Gonsalves looks
nice straight right hand. Totally measured that Camacho did in the way in. There it is again. He's just sticking that left hand out like a hockey fight and measuring.
As I mentioned, he was trying to get more active. Camacho stopped him in his tracks from coming forward. Minute 44 to go here in round number 4. This is Paul Gonsalves' 5th fight in 2014, which is pretty impressive.
Without a doubt. I don't know if there's anything I'd like to do 5 times. Well, there's a couple of things.
And we got the censored headsets here provided by FightStream for Scott Ream.
There's no censoring. FightStream loves me.
And they don't have a mute button for you. Get the best of both worlds here, Scott. 1 minute to go here in round number 4.
Gonsalves trying to flurry back. He's just missing though. He's grazing at best, Camacho.
Final 44 seconds to go here in round number 4. Gonsalves now applying the pressure. He had Camacho up against the ropes, but Angel using his experience there to realize the danger and be able to tie him up quickly. Johnny Callis separates him again. 30 seconds to go.
Nice
round number 4.
right hand.
Nice shot there by Camacho.
He sat right on that. He dropped that right knee to the canvas, and again he hits Gonsalves with a short right hand.
Now you start to hear all of Camacho's fan base on their feet cheering on.
And I think that's
from Providence.
That's the confidence Camacho's looking for. Land a couple straight punches, and that gives him a little more spring in his step. Paul's doing a good job coming forward and either tying him up or trying to counter back. He just seems to be a half step off tonight. Maybe that fight last Thursday took a little more out of him than he's aware of. He's just a beat, just half a beat off tonight.
Well, you got to wonder, Scott, if it's an advantage for a fighter who is fighting somebody who's inexperienced but just fought last Thursday. Does that play for an advantage? I mean, you just fought 7 days ago in a draw, so it was a tough fight.
Well, that's what if it was a quick night, if it was a quick KO, something in the first round, something that happened in under a minute, and you walk out of it healthy and everything's good, yeah, maybe you can turn it around very quickly. But you have to remember, too, there was a long camp. You know, I really don't know Paul's thought process to it, so he knows himself best. He feels he's okay to be here. I won't question what his thought process is. Now Camacho's corner is basically telling him, turn up the volume.
Hey, Roland Estrada, his coach, just said you're not working hard enough, urging him to throw more punches to get busier. Round number 5, scheduled 6. These two fighters have 6 minutes to go here in this contest. See if Camacho can get busier as his corner urged him to.
Well, one of the things I just noticed right off the bat was Paul Gonsalves, he's carrying himself with a higher guard right off the bat. Well, he was in the first 30 seconds of the round.
And you can see as Camacho is trying to push Gonsalves back on the corner, Gonsalves is taking smaller steps.
Doesn't want to give as much ground.
Gonsalves now trying to battle back. Camacho doing a good job of holding center court. Again, 7 knockouts and a combined 19 wins here, Scott. So we expected this fight, if records tell any kind of story, it would go the distance. And here you see in the 5th round, neither fighter showing signs of fatigue or damage. Minute 26 to go here in round number 5 in this co-feature here at CES Boxing from Twin River Casino, brought to you by Jimmy Birchfield's Classic Entertainment and Sports. Camacho now applying some nice pressure. You can see that backed Gonsalves up to a point where he had to lunge forward and try to tie Camacho up.
Yeah, he immediately clinched. Gonsalves did when he felt that pressure. Nice right hand counter by Paul.
Another close fight here, Scott.
A lot of clinch in this round. Both fighters are tired, maybe for two different reasons. Paul maybe because he's fought so frequently, and Camacho maybe because he hasn't done 6 rounds in a long time.
Right, he's only fought 6 rounds twice since 2008. That's a span of 6 years.
That's a long time.
That's a span where most fighters have a career in 6 years. Not a 6-year layoff. Matter of fact, Paul Gonsalves' whole career is from 2009 on. And he's fought 15 times. 14 seconds to go. Gonsalves now trying to battle back in the final seconds of this round. As we head into the 6th and final round, Camacho with his 12-0 undefeated record on the line. Gonsalves trying to come in and be the spoiler. We're going to head to the final 3 minutes here, Scott. If you're in Camacho's corner, last round they told him he's going to get more active. What are you telling him right now?
Same exact thing, because he wasn't active enough for that round.
Conversely, if you look on the other side, what do you tell Paul Gonsalves heading into the 6th round? Close fight.
I don't know.
Last round.
Trying to listen in now.
Said it's the 6th round, nothing else to leave out there.
He's got to go after.
Hey, ref, his hand hit the ground right there. Got to throw the right hand.
I was going to ask you there at the end of Scott, if you thought that his glove did touch the ground. At the end of the exchange, Angel tried to get out and he got hit again, and it looked like his glove came close.
The referee immediately blew it off, so he immediately said no knockdown. I'll err on the side of that. I don't know. I mean, I didn't think the other one was a knockdown. It was called a knockdown. So
6th and final round here from Twin River Casino in this co-feature. Paul Gonsalves, 7-4-1 from Sandwich, Mass. His opponent, Angel Camacho, 12-0 from Providence, putting that undefeated record on the line in a close fight here between Gonsalves and Camacho. Both the corner and yourself, Scott, urged that Camacho needs to be busier this round. We'll see if indeed he does throw more punches.
that's what I'd like to see more from Paul, is to be active. Except bring his feet with him. Don't reach. Don't lunge. Take the 2 steps. Throw the 1-2. Take the 2 steps. There it is.
Gonsalves came in nice on that combination. Now you see Camacho trying to shake it off, push Paul back up towards the ropes.
Nice stiff jab by Paul.
And you can hear Camacho's corners trying to throw the 1-2 strong. They want him to come in hard. Gonsalves again tying up Camacho. Minute 38 seconds to go here in the 6th and final round. Certainly this round's still up for grabs, Scott.
Yeah, the round's definitely up for grabs. Not quite sure how you'd even call the fight. I guess I'd be leaning a bit towards Camacho. Maybe just based on the fact that he tied up less. He seemed to be coming forward more, and
So a very close fight to call. And again, in this last minute,
nice job by Gonsalves. He's really making this happen. This might be his best round.
Under a minute to go.
Nice straight right hand off that 1-2.
Can Gonsalves come in here and spoil the show for Camacho, give him his first career loss? 48 seconds to go here in the final round. Nice left hook there by Camacho.
Nice exchange by both fighters.
Gonsalves now goes from corner to corner. Camacho stalks him the whole way.
Camacho trying to punch out of that clinch. Nice right hand by Paul.
Yeah, Paul looked like he stopped Camacho in his tracks right there. Final seconds, 13 seconds and counting, now down to 10.
Paul is definitely finishing strong. I wonder if it'll be enough in the judges' minds. He's really poured it on. This was the best round for Paul.
Great finish to the fight for Paul Gonsalves. Will it be enough? We will tell when those scorecards are turned in. And it's one of those nights, Scott, where we've seen all decisions, and it's almost as if the fights were matched too well because
no such thing. Mr. Parenti did a great
these
job.
judges have had one heck of a night, and they've had some decisions that the fans haven't always agreed on. A lot of it's because they're cheering for the hometown fighter, but regardless, this is going to be an interesting score to say the least, and I'm not envious or jealous of these judges tonight in this matchup.
Not at all.
Dallas again, he fought on Thursday, came here on 7 days' notice.
Yeah, the only
undefeated Camacho.
Julian Pillard's the only knockout of the night, right?
Only one knockout so far in the first 7 fights. Camacho with a smile in his corner seems to be content going into this decision.
He seemed to be the busier fighter. You know, Paul had a slow start. I think the last round, the 6th round, was his best. I think he won the 6th round.
It's rounds 1 through 5 we're not sure about.
Some of them were really close and could have gone either way. And the way some of the scoring's gone tonight, I mean, I don't even know if I'm in the right building.
Scott, Sweet Dreams, Reem, never a fan of leaving it up to the judges.
I don't know who is. I mean, wouldn't you rather decide your own fate or have it decided for you? You know, you want to go in there, you fight hard. If it does go to a decision, you know, sometimes you do realize it. Okay, yeah, I fought hard and the other guy was just better. Okay, I lose the decision. You know, you get in there and if it's tight and if you really feel you won and it went the other way, it comes down, again, to being very subjective. So it's tough. It's what makes boxing a very unique animal, man. Or even MMA.
Well, the anticipation is over, Scott. We have the official ruling in the ring announcer's hands. Let's hear who is going to step out of this ring a winner tonight. Adaplasio, take it over in the center of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for these two warriors? They gave us one heck of a show here tonight. We go to the scorecards for the decision. Judge Robin Taylor scored the fight 58-56. Judge Eddie Scunzio scored the fight 59-55. Judge Peter Harry scored the fight 59-55. For your winner by unanimous decision, ladies and gentlemen, Angel Camacho Jr.